Hey, hello Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet, and I don't know about you, but I've been dining on the flesh of our foes. What a game, eh? Bournemouth 0, Tottenham 2 points, which is lovely to see. There's so many things pleasing about this game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk maybe a little bit about the game. I'll do some player ratings and then I'll come over to chat and say hello to everyone. I saw Wayne Bonner's in there early, so hello Wayne. I clicked on the thing a bit too late to bring a comment up. Sorry about that, man, but thanks for joining me. One of the members of the Hotspur hippie commune. Memberships and super chats are available. So what did you reckon of the game? You know what? One of the things that pleased me most, it was 90 minutes of football. It wasn't easing our way in. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm surprised because you know, it's taken the players a while to gain confidence in this new way of playing. Took us a while against Brentford, took us a shorter amount of time against Man United, and straight away, Bournemouth, we were there on it from the whistle. Bournemouth came at us, fair play to them, they were playing some good football, but we played our way past them. It was just, you know, it was just stunning to watch, wasn't it? The things we were doing, you could see how confident our players are at the moment, how much fun they're having, and the fans. Something that Ange Postecoglou said in the press conference, which I mean, one of the many things I did like, he said, but you know, people always say, you know, oh, we've got the best stand and we've got the best ground and the best training facilities. That's not where Ange stopped, man. He said we got the best we got wonderful ground, got great training facilities and fans. Isn't that beautiful to hear? Manager that knows, that understands, just like Bill Nicholson did, that the fans are the most important part in the football club, not anyone else. And man, everyone's feeling love. I've been enjoying watching a load of Tottenham stuff today. Looks like everyone's on board, everyone's happy. Meanwhile, the clowns around the corner, Woolwich FC, they're in a bit of disarray, which is really nice. But at least they gave Fulham a fairly hard, you know, time, which will weaken Fulham, because we're playing them in 3 days' time. And don't underestimate the difference that those 2 hours extra rest will give us as well. So, excuse me, I didn't even brush my hair, I forgot. Oh, I had a bit of a snooze. Oh, well, this is what you get, eh? It's Hotspur Hopkins, not Hotspur male model or whatever, you know. So, without further ado, I'm going to go on to do some player ratings. And I've got to do the Dreamometer, the Dreamometer, update that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to, because I forgot to update the graphic. So I'll just do a little bit of technical stuff so I can make my player rating section super professional, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip that out and upload it as a separate video. That's what people do. It's extra hits for nothing, isn't it? You lot won't have to watch it because you're already watching this. You're seeing it as it happens. Now let me see, just going to do this. Do update. Browse. Downloads. There we go. All right, I already had the graphic updated with the latest figures, but I forgot to stick it in here. But okay, never happened. It never happened. Here we go. Let's have a look at some of these. God, I really asked that up, didn't I? I thought I had it doing an automatic thing. All right, take two. All right, just bear with me, folks. You get the gist of what I'm doing. Hang on, here we go. G'day Spurs fans, Paul Hotspur Hippie, the only psychedelic sock show on the internet. Here we are, some player ratings for our outstanding performance against Bournemouth, away from home, early in the morning, but none of those monkeys are on our backs anymore, man. None of our monkeys exist. I'm enjoying my, I was going to have I was thinking of the idea of having a food theme thing for every time, for our foes. So Bournemouth are the cherries, in case you didn't know. But I don't know if I can do that because we're playing the Cottagers during the week, and there's only so much I'm going to do for this channel. And then not long after that, we're playing Sheffield United, and I'm not eating blades. So it was an idea, but it ain't going to happen. But whenever it's appropriate, I will do it. All right, here we go. Goalie, Vicario. Man, oh man, was I impressed with this guy. He wasn't called on a lot to do as far as saving. He did save one shot, beautiful parry over the sideline. I don't care if he's parrying it or not. All he's got to do is stop it going in the back of the net. But the thing I really liked about this kid, and he's a crazy nutcase, which is the way I like my goalkeepers, is that his ball control with his feet. It's like I'm not clenching. I can relax. And there were times where he was actually, and I usually don't like goalkeepers doing this, by the way, because it does make me very nervous. But he was kind of taking Bournemouth players on a little bit. It was quite frightening, but he did it really well. So you know what? Even though he wasn't called on, I think that alone and his distribution was great. The way he's kicking it about. I'm going to give him 8. 8 for Vicario. Now, at left back, Destiny Udogie, man. Destiny Udogie. I struggle to find the words for how good this player is, man. He defensively impeccable. That's the main thing. That's his main job. Defensively wonderful. But it's when he gets the ball, even when he's tight up against the byline, he can just get past people. I've watched some clips of the games quite a few times, and I still can't understand how he can just get past players and waft past players. He's a ghost. It's weird, and like for a young kid, he's got a mature football brain happening. He's very aware of what's going on around him on the pitch. Was substituted in the second half. He kind of, I don't know, kicked the ground awkwardly. It was a very wet day. Went down in pain, and you know what? Ange pulled him off and substituted him. I'll get onto that when I talk about big Ange Postecoglou. But you know what? Destiny Udogie, I've got to give him a 9, man. I've got to give him a 9. Fantastic performance. Mickey van der Ven, the man that was put in at the last minute after we bought him, and it was a faultless performance. He was winning stuff in the air. The timing of his tackles, man, they were so good. There was no question of the referee blowing a whistle or anything like that. He was just fantastic, and he passing the ball well. And then now and then he'd pop up in the other half of the pitch. And you think, like, I can hear it in the Eric Dyer days when he'd go on a little excursion up the pitch, and then I remember a game against Nottingham Forest where he did that, and then we conceded a goal. Van der Ven knows when to do it and when to not, and fantastic player. I'm going to give him I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I'm saving my 10s for something super special. I mean, I'm tempted to give these two player 10s already, but I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going to be harsh. His partner in crime, Romero. Remember all these naysayers last year saying Romero, oh, he can't defend? Dude, he was just surrounded by crap last year. He is flourishing. And his tackles have got a bit more meat to the bone, a bit more grist on the mill. You know, he lets the other side know he's there within the boundaries of the great laws of association football, of course. One tackle I remember he did on the edge of the box where he kind of wrapped his players around. I mean, I was surprised it wasn't like he wasn't done for it in some way, but he wrapped the legs around the player and sort of took him over. Beautiful. So Romero's going to get a big fat 9 from me as well. And this is why I can't dish out the 10s too easily, because I mean we go on to Pedro Porro now. He is absolutely grown as a defender. You know, this thing where Royale is a better defender, Porro's better going forward. Porro was incredible in defence last night, and he was incredible going forward. You know, I'll get on to man of the match in a minute when I've done the ratings. I mean, this is the problem. There's so many good performances. Who's the man of the match? Porro. You know, I'm going to give him a 9 as well. You know what? No, I'm going to stay with a 9. 9 for Porro. Oh, it's hard, this. It's only arbitrary numbers that don't mean anything, but the pressure's on, eh? Whew. All right. So the defensive performance as a whole, superb. Clean sheet. Not that I give a shit about that, but they just kept Bournemouth out under pressure and played our way out past their, as the kids call it, high press. Onto midfield. And again, we had that super sweet combination of Basuma, Maddison and Sarr. Yves Basuma, again, a great performance. Another fantastic performance from this guy. And he was a bit muscled out early on, but then he out-muscled the muscler. And I was on a stream this morning, United Spurs of America, with Jacob, and Jacob made the point that Basuma's physicality was actually kind of the turning point where we started dominating the game, and I think that is a very, very fair point. So Basuma was wonderful again. He lost the ball a couple of times early on, but you know what? Every player's going to lose the ball, aren't they, once in a while? But it's what he added to the rest of it. I think he contributed to the first goal as well. So Basuma, I'm going to be harsh. I'm going to give him an 8. An 8. Still good though, isn't it? 8. Pape Matar again running around like a blue ass fly all match. Great ball control. Growing in confidence. I mean, you look at this lineup, man, and it's so young. Our average age was 25 for the game. And you think if these kids can stay together, or young men, I shouldn't call them kids, these young men can stay together for a while, we can only get stronger and stronger. I'm going to give Sarr an 8. Heung-min Son, wow, I thought he was superb, actually. Superb. And Maddison was giving him the ball a bit more as well, and Basuma, and he was using the ball well. Maybe could do with a little bit being more selfish. In fairness, there was a couple of times where maybe he could have got a shot off, but I thought it was a great. It was a captain's performance. Let's face it, he was playing for his team. Outstanding. I'm going to give Son an 8 as well. Oh, I forgot Pape Matar's through ball to Maddison. What did I give Pape Matar? 8. I'm going to give him a 9. So Pape Matar gets a 9. Because his through ball to this next guy, James Maddison, was, I mean, it's just clear, wasn't it? I mean, Maddison had the foresight to, and he said this in an interview afterwards, he saw when Sarr got the ball, he made the run. That's what he did. He made the run. It was I mean, he's turning into a superstar after just his third competitive game in a Spurs shirt. He's unbelievable. Great dribbler. Again, he was playing a little bit deeper at the start, I think, to counteract all those Bournemouth players coming at us. So he was part of us playing out. You give the ball James Maddison, and off he goes up the pitch with it. You can just trust him to do a job like that. So I'm going to give him a 9 as well. And it was a good goal. I think the theme of our goals this year are going to be precision scuffs. precision scuffs. So we got I'm calling the one last week, the own goal. I'm calling that a Ben Davies goal, a perfect scuff to bamboozle the defender. James Maddison, a pinpoint scuff just to get it past the keeper. Perfect, lovely. Kulusevski, man, he's coming. Just like Son, I think so. You know, they started here, and Son's, you know, improving like this, and Kulu is still improving like this as well. I thought he held up the ball well. Like, he doesn't lose the ball. This is the thing. It's just what he can do with it at the end of it that's kind of the question mark sometimes. But you know what? I don't care, because he came roaring into the box after Destiny Udogie somehow kept the ball in and crossed it over to him. Kulu comes running in, and a beautiful finish, man. Beautiful finish. It's going to do wonders for his confidence. I'm excited about him. He seems, you know, mate, I hope he's got that monkey off his back. I'm going to give him an 8. Great goal, Kulu. Well done, man. And then Richarlison, man. You know, I want Richarlison to come good just so I can be positive about everyone, because, you know, I have seen a few things, and like it was an all-round great team performance, and we won 2-0, and I see people dwelling a bit on Richarlison's performance, so I'm not going to do that too much. Just needless to say, I thought he had a solid first half. Like his first touch was letting him down last game. His first touch this game was fine. In the first half, it was fine, and he was contributing to the play, so he contributed to our overall dominance of the game. And he always is up at the goalkeeper, hassling him. You know, this is the thing about players like Richarlison and Kulu as well. Kulu was running up and, you know, hassling the other players. Our first form of defence is our attack, not just attackers with the ball, it's attackers without the ball. That's where Kulu is doing really well, and I think Richarlison's all right at that as well. But then the second half, you know, a couple of instances, trod on the ball, lashing out, didn't pick a player out when it was clear, and lost his mojo, man, lost his mojo. But, you know, I can't damn him too much, because I thought the first half was solid. And if you're solid, a solid performance is a 5. I'll give him a 5.5. You know, I'll give him a 5.5. You know, you can give him whatever scores you want. I don't think he was crap. I think he just lost heart and got a bit frustrated in the second half, and really he's got to kind of get that out of his game a bit. Maybe a goal will set him free. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But you know, he was part of a team that won 2-0. So there's only so much you can give him shit, I think. On to the substitutes. And I was worried about this, man. When we were bringing some of these characters on, I was thinking, oh no, we're going to start losing the ball and stuff. But what do I know, man? What do I know? Oliver Skipp, he came on. He didn't do I didn't see him do an awful lot. I haven't watched that part of the game again. But he didn't seem to lose the ball, do anything stupid. So I'll give him a 6. That may even be harsh. If I watched it again, I might have upgraded that, but I'll give him a 6. You know, good performance. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg I thought was excellent when he came on. In fact, both him and Skipp, you know, they did the job of not managing the game, because that's a phrase to me that implies time wasting. But he played well. So when the subs came on, we changed from all fancy flicks and dynamism to more, I'd almost say, traditional football. That's a bit harsh as well. It's still short, sharp passes, but without the fanciness. But not losing the ball, doing the job, and seeing the game home to the end without parking the bus. You know, I don't like, you know, parking the bus is boring. We bring these people in, they shore up the midfield. So Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, for what he did on the pitch, I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7. I thought he did great. Ivan Perisic, I thought when he came on again, did the job. Boy, did we misuse this guy last year, didn't we? You know, playing a left wing back, whatever a wing back is. Fresh pair of legs, even though he's like 500 years old. Super dobro performance from Perisic. Gave Bournemouth lots of trouble, kept them, you know, on the back foot. So I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Gio Lo Celso, again, not a player that stood out for me, a bit like Skip, but maybe I wasn't concentrating that much. Well, I'll give him a 7 for what he did. And Ben Davies came on, nearly scored a goal again. That was hilarious, man. It's like, bloody hell, Ben Davies, what's he doing up there shooting again? But yeah, fair play to him. Again, solid, didn't stuff it up. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. And finally, in this player ratings episode, before we go on to the Dreamo-meter, don't forget the Dreamo-meter, Paul, stupid hippie. Ange Postecoglou, look, to quote Johnny Warren, I told you so, man. I told you so. I've been saying this for months. His feeling and intuition for football is only matched by his man management and demeanour as a human being. What you see is what you get with him. I thought the timing of his substitutions was absolutely perfect. He saw Richarlison getting his head down and took the opportunity to make some changes at that point to make sure that we didn't lose control of the game. He just timed it to perfection. He didn't wait till it started going to shit, because who knows, it might have done. If he thinks it might have done, then it probably will have, But he timed it to perfection, reorganised us, and you know what? I really liked it when he said afterwards his reasons for substituting Udogie was because he went down injured, and there's a time limit on players being on the pitch before they got to go off, have treatment, winding down the clock. And I think this was when when was this? This was when we were 2-0 down, 2-0 up as well. So we were 2-0 up, and the reason why Ange made the substitution, because Udogie was fine to keep playing, was he didn't want to stop the momentum of the match. So a quick substitution, get Davies on, and we keep going. Because at Tottenham Hotspur, the greatest football team in the world has ever seen, we never stop, man. We never stop. So for those substitutions alone, man, just, using a substitution opportunity to not wind down the clock, but to get as much bloody time on the pitch as possible to give you a chance of going 3-0, 4-0. Just relentless. I absolutely love that. Ange Postecoglou gets a big fat 10 from me. Perfect. Now, I'm going to come on to my Dreamo-meter. Let's see what the Dreamo-meter update is for this week. Then I'll come on to the chat for people watching on the live stream. Can't speak. Where is it? Here we go. Dream. This is the patented Hotspur hippie Dreamo-meter. And I've got to remember on the TV screen it's on my left-hand side. Yes. Okay. All right. We're cooking. Now, this is points. Points. Oh, it's still hard, eh? All I've got to do is move a finger up and down. Points. Estimated. This is points in the league at the end of the season. That dotted brown line of shame at 60 is where we finished last year. 60 points. On the left-hand side, points gained. So for equivalent fixtures, I'm working out points gained. So we gained 2 against Man United because we drew that game last year. We beat Bournemouth. It was one of our wins away from home last year. I don't know, must have been in September or something. That we won that last year. So there is no change last week from points gained. We're still heading for 62. This will start hopefully increasing as the year goes on. And so far, 62 points means I think we're going to be on that measure in the UEFA Conference League. But this is where it gets exciting, folks. This is where it gets exciting. The points pro rata. We have got 7 points from 3 games. 7 divided by 3 times 38, rounded up because it's 88.6666, is 89. I feel like a weatherman. This is quite cool, actually. 89 points. Now, I've kept this because I'm concerned. Obviously, I don't want to. I'm not getting carried away. We're going for the treble. I'm not going to get carried away with this season. I'm still having that meaning that we're in the UEFA Champions League at the end of the year. But you know what it really means, don't you? Last year, how many points did Man City get to win the title? 89. Now, a bit of a lowish scoring season, maybe average. Maybe we've been used to these 100-point seasons we've been having in recent years. But 89 can be enough to win you the Premier League. But I'm a conservative man. I'm not a dreamer. I'm a fact over feelings, man. Fact over feelings. So for now, I'm just saying UEFA Champions League. Anyway, that's the end of my player ratings and reviews. Stay around if you're on live. I'll be back for the chat after I just do this. That'll do. I'll cut that one short. I just needed to see on the video where it was. Hello, everyone. It's back to live land. So I'm excited to see what you lot are thinking in the chat, you know, because I was thoroughly entertained, man. I loved it. Let's get rid of the old Dreamo-meter. Here we go. Let's see if people are hung around. Oh, look at this. There's loads of people. So super chats and memberships are available. And it looks like a hell of a lot of chat messages here. So, thanks everyone. Looks like we can keep going for a bit. Thanks, man. Just going to get comfy. We can all settle down and have a little bask in Tottenham Hotspur glory, which is what it's all about, man. I love the way fans were at the game, singing for ages. Let me just see if I can get myself in the middle. It's hard to tell. That'll do. We're all right, aren't we? Sit up a bit. Don't slouch. All right, now Wayne Bonner came in first with a chat. Let me. But I forgot to click the button in time. So let's go back to what old Wayne said. Wayne said, "Howdy, Paul. Wayne is a member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune membership. If you want to join the channel, give me a few bucks to, you know, because you're being entertained and you like what I'm doing. That's cool. But if you're just watching and stuff and just chilling out, that's cool too, man. You know, you subscribe and like if you want. You know, it's up to you. I'm not going to pressure people." Wayne Bonner, howdy Paul and everyone. Another great performance yesterday. Yes, Wayne, yes. Midfield is superb. Mwah. A strong team that plays good flowing football that can defend. Yeah, all of this stuff, we're going to get done because we're on the front foot. It's not happening, is it? It's not happening because we're winning the ball so far up the pitch for one thing. Yasarian, g'day man, nice to see you. Evening Paul and Hippies, looked like a great atmosphere at the game. Let's hope the good vibes continue into the cup game this week. I'm sure they will, man. Will be interesting to see what the squad is for this one. Yeah, well, you know, I'm sure he'll make some changes. Although, you know, what can I say? You know, but those changes is different to last year because I think we've got enough depth of squad to do well in the cups as well. And Ange said he will be making changes, but only with a view to winning the game. That's the important thing. Matt H, FE, hello, I think that's a new name here. My memory's not so good though, but hello man, morning all. Birthday to Ange for today, of course man, I forgot. Happy birthday, Ange Postecoglou. Thank you for making me fall in love with Tottenham Hotspur, the greatest football team the world has ever seen, all over again. Hello Chris man, Chris Better Football TV, get over there and like and subscribe to his channel. Hello people of the world, yeah that's it. It's funny isn't it, it's people all over the world supporting Tottenham Hotspur. Who'd have thought, eh? Loey, in Adelaide, getting shit-faced. Come on, you Spurs. I'm sure you're drinking big tankards of mead in the halls of Valhalla after our conquest, man. That's the way. Stephen Thomas, g'day man. Well, we looked good for long periods and should have scored more. It's hard to score. It's the hardest thing to do in a football game, though. Score goals, isn't it? That's hang on. Where's my vape? There we go. Got to keep my nicotine up to levels, you know. Otherwise, I won't be able to concentrate. Ridiculous, isn't it? We should have scored more. Could have scored more. Yeah, Richie could have got a couple, but 2-0 is 2-0 is 2-0, and I'm real happy with that. Hey, Daniel Sandoval. Morning. Big up. One love. Big up, man. Peace and love, man. That's what it is. More football. You got less guns. That's what I reckon. In fact, you know what? I was having a chat with a mate of mine, and I think it's a really good suggestion because, you know, I'm a hippie man. I'm a hippie. I'm a Hotspur hippie. I'm not Hotspur Tucker Carlson or Hotspur Piers Morgan. I'm a Hotspur hippie. This is what you get. You know, I know countries are silly. I think governments are all silly, and they just, you know, get people against each other. I think countries are useful for like sport and football and Olympics. And what me and my mate have decided is, what you do is you get rid of all that, and you just put Ange Postecoglou in charge of the whole world, and that's it. I think that you know he would solve everything overnight, president of the world. And I tell you what, if our grey-headed friends from outer space, as some nutcases think they're out there, I'll just pretend this is tinfoil for a second. You know, when the aliens do come down, who do you want to meet them? Who do you want to meet them? Albanese? You know, name any world leader. Any like Rishi Sunak? No, you want Ange Postecoglou. G'day, mate. And then we can just have galactic peace. Then that's what I reckon. Blinders are back. You know, man, a great win yesterday. We're still not got the Ange system down yet. We're getting all right though, aren't we? You can see it slowly taking shape. Yeah, well, it's what I'm liking. I'm liking seeing the growing confidence, man. I mean, like in that first half, there was, and the same against Manchester United. We're taking the piss. We're taking the piss. The stuff we're doing must be so infuriating to play against. And you know what? That's going to get in their heads. All this crap about, oh, it's just Tottenham Hotspur. You know, we're going to get in people's heads, because if either Richarlison comes good or we get a proper centre forward, we are going to start absolutely battering teams. And Ange Postecoglou ain't one of these guys that's going to sit on our laurels at 7-0 up. No, we're going to be going for 8-0. Because if you absolutely demoralise the other team, that's in their heads for next time. You never stop, you never let up, and we're going to be relentless, man. You saw 90 minutes of football. I guess you could refer to that as total football. It was, man, total football. Let me just have a quick scroll down. Okay, no super chats. I just don't want to miss any super chats. That's cool. Total football, yeah. And you know, Ange was explaining his system a bit to people that don't understand football. You know, an inverted fullback and all that. And really, you know, simply what he's saying is that if a player's got the ball and they see space, they're free to run into it. And they know they're going to get backed up and supported by their teammates around them. Total football. So that's why you end up getting Ben Davies on the edge of the box having shots for, you know, I mean, it's fair play to him. Pape Matar Sarr throwing one through to James Maddison doing a centre forward like run. You know, they're sharing the responsibility. You know, it's not like Richarlison's off form, so no one's going to do those runs. Maddison was in there, man. So yeah, total football. Total football invented by Vic Buckingham, a former Tottenham Hotspur player. Nick Brown still buzzing from our first 3 games. It's incredible, isn't it? I'm not sure my heart can take so much beautiful joy since Big Ange took us by the hand towards utopia. Come on, you Spurs. I know, man. Look, I knew it would happen, and I knew it would happen soon. It's just happening quicker than I expected. And maybe that's a reflection on the quality of the players that Ange has got. You know, he's got good players, and they can, you know, they can learn. It sounds like he's got the right characters in there as well. I'm liking the cut of their jib, you know. Richarlison's got to stop sulking and, you know, doing all that dumb shit. But, you know, we've got such, you know, they look like they're having fun. They're having fun, man. Louie, you know why Darth Vader always knows what you're getting for Christmas? He feels your presence. Oh, dude. That's so funny, it is. I mean, it's so dumb, it is funny, actually. Blinders about LOL. Oh, Jammy Git with a solution to my Fulham conundrum. A cottage pie. Yeah, it's not really a thing in Australia. But I forgot such a thing as a cottage pie existed. So, thank you for the tip. I'll put that, because I can just pick any old pie, don't I? I forgot what cottage pie is, man. It's not like a shepherd's pie, is it? Hang on. What is it, like cheese and... Oh, I searched cottage pie and it says shepherd's pie. Oh, well, I can bodgy one of those up. What? Hang on, though. Who calls it cottage pie? Anyway. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks, because, yeah, a bit worried about that. Today I learned what a specimen is. I'm not sure about that. Oh, okay, Meta Football with his ratings. Vicario 7, Pedro Porras 7, Cootie 7. I mean, they're all high. You know, we're all going to be in the same high ballpark, aren't we? You know. Van der Ven 7.5, Doggy 7, Biss 7, Sar 7, Matters 8, Kulu 6.5, Sun 6.5, Richie 6. Yeah, fair enough for giving Richie 6, man. You know, spread the love around. Yeah, I'm in fairly similar scores to me, roughly. You know, no one's getting 2s and 1s. An Italian astronaut. Oh no! Oh, that's what a specimen is. Oh, you're on fire, Loey. Oh, well. Well, you know, it's Tottenham and tangents, you know. I'll just give you a quick film review. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3 the other night. I didn't really like it, man. I didn't really like it. I just wanted a silly space adventure, and it was a bit too poignant and down and melancholy for me, and it made me feel a bit sad and low, and a bit icky. So, not for me. Thumbs down, Guardians of the Galaxy. But I'll tell you what is a good film. Someone asked me this morning on Jacob's Stream, what's a good Saturday night film to watch? Well, it's Sunday morning, a Sunday afternoon film, right, with a couple of beers, couple of, whatever. The original Gone in 60 Seconds, not the Nicolas Cage one, the original one. It's on YouTube. I believe it's on YouTube, full version. The original Gone in 60 Seconds. I won't say anything more than that. It's brilliant. B-movie, so, but, they knew what they were doing for entertainment. Loey, Porro worked hard. Have I got to scroll down for a punchline for that one? Yeah, no, Porro was amazing. And you could, like when he there was that one where he was just in Bournemouth's box, and he just missed the ball in, and he could see he was so pumped, he was kind of frustrated with himself in a good way, because he was using that to G himself up, whereas with Richarlison is taking it a bit to heart, So maybe if those two get together and transfer some vibes from Porro to Richarlison. I hope Richarlison comes good. I really do. That'd be just a good story. It'd just be good for the fans. It could be good for him, because I quite like the guy, and I want to see him do well. Ticker Ranks. I think that's a new name in the chat. Scrolling down those super chats. So super chats and memberships are available if you tip a few bucks if you're being suitably entertained, but you don't have to, but it helps me out, man. Keeps me going. Ticker Ranks, big up Paul, great work, mate. Big up Ticker Ranks, thank you very much. South Stand Aussie, give everyone a 9 and Richie a 6. I could have saved half an hour by doing that. I think that would be good enough. And people say, oh, it's always the last 10%. The last 10% is the hardest. That's why I say stuff the last 10%. 90% is good enough most of the time, and you save loads of time. So I could have done it that way, South Stand Aussie, and just said everyone a 9, Richie a 6. There you go. Richie 3.6. What a harsh taskmaster, Chris. Loey, feel bad for Rich. I'm a believer he's going to score and then go on a rampage of goals. That's what I'm hoping. That'd be so nice to see. Queen Ellie, so I better put my hat on just so I can do that, your ladyship. Sorry, ladyship, I've de-ranked you. Sorry, man, your Royal Highness. Paul, my man, Porro was fabulously, stupendously, incredibly, tenaciously brilliant. Wonderful, man. I agree, yes. I hope you had a fantastic time watching the game, Ellie. And for those who could say, Spurs fans are delusional, I've thought of another thing why it's preposterous to say that, because every fan in the whole world, every football fan in the whole world is delusional. Every one of them. Because everyone that even watches a game on TV, and people might say I'm more delusional because I'm saying we're going for the treble this year. The treble is still on. But I made some more specific predictions than that. There's a video in my video list if you want to see my outrageous predictions. But even the mildest, most factual, because it's all facts but not feelings these days. When you're watching a game on TV, are you not shouting at the TV? That, my friends, is delusion. That is delusion. Come on, kick it. Delusion. So we're all on the delusional spectrum, aren't we? You know, you might as well all join me and just go, sod reality. Let's just have fantasy football. South Stand Aussie, Richie will come good. 1 goal and the floodgates will open. Let's hope so, man. It'd be good to see. Like I say, I thought the first half he was all right. All right, you know, he had that chance. It didn't quite fall right for him. Maybe he could have got it in the header. But once one of those drops, let's hope that the floodgates open. Adrian Parker, team performance is most important, Paul. That's it. A lot of pundits with egg on their face. Gary Neville. Long may it continue. Gary Neville is one of the 5% fullbacks that couldn't turn. Long may it continue. Everyone underrated Ange. People always underrate Ange wherever he goes, man. Always. Even when he was Australian national coach manager, the media, which is, more, ruling classes, private school rugby sort of twats. We shouldn't play football in this way, we shouldn't do it in that way, and Ange did it his way. You're sorry, whether it's Richie or any other player, in Ange we trust, that's right, man. If the boss wants him in, that should be good enough for everyone, absolutely. Absolutely. If Ange is willing to be patient with him, who are we, man? I think Ange has shown, he's showing everyone, he knows one or two things about the beautiful game, the world game, isn't he? Jamie Gibb, Maddison is a better player than Ericsson. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. He's dribbling his way better than Ericsson, I think. I did like Ericsson when he was playing for us, but he's not playing for us anymore, so sod him. But Maddison, how quickly has he just slotted in? I mean, that midfield, it's just... That midfield, Saar, Basuma and Maddison, instant chemistry. Instant chemistry. And to think 2 of those players were around last year and not really used for whatever reason. Ange found the secret formula. Adrian Parker, Perisic ball to Big Dog and his run was outstanding. Yeah, that was it, man. And Howard Doggy, there's times where he's on the edge of the box and he'll just go in and out of 2 or 3 players. Doggy, but Perisic, brilliant. Super dobro, Ivan, super dobro. Perisic 6, Højbjerg 7, Skip, not really, yeah, fair enough. Hey! G'day Alison, Welsh gal, a member of the Hotspur hippie commune. A good day, a fantastic day. A fantastic day for mankind, a fantastic day for football. Ange is just going to make everyone start supporting Spurs. There's just going to be one team left in the world with any supporters. Daniel Cowan, do you notice how no one's moaning about the supposed diabolical pre-season now? Yeah, I suppose some people were moaning, saying that the schedule was a bit of a farce. I mean, it's pre-season, isn't it? And I kind of was of the opinion, playing, like some teams were playing 6, 7, 8, when I say competitive games, I mean against, on par or better opposition. Doing that in off-season, are you going to have the legs to get to the end of the season? I'm not so sure. So I'm not saying it was perfect, but I thought our performances from the get-go started looking so much better than last year. So I think it might all play into our hands, Daniel. Happy birthday to Big Ange, says Welsh gal. That's it, man. Happy birthday, Big Ange. Wonderful, wonderful. What's that funny? Oh, I'm used to seeing a different colour there. I don't know what's going on there. You got, oh, well, anyway, I'm not going to query it. Ellie says, Lo Celso did nothing, one for him too. Yeah, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because I just didn't see him do much, but he didn't cock anything up. So if that's the case, I can't give him less than a 5. That's how I do it anyway. Or I might change that. It's just a feeling. But I bet you were happy with your boy, Mr. Højbjerg last night. He did us proud. What would you give him? What would you give? What are you going to? Oh, yeah, I can see you've got a score for him later on. All right, I won't spoil it. What time is it on the chat? 6:34. Oh, we're nearly at the end of the chat anyway, so that's cool. Jamie Git, tragic that Kane is not here. Is it though? Is it? I don't know. I mean, yes, obviously it is because he's a really good player. We're going to win a cup this year. We're going to win the FA Cup this year. Harry Kane, man, could have stuck around. We're going to have a very good 4 years under Ange here, or however long he chooses to grace us with his presence. Because like, if he starts winning Premier Leagues, I'd be staying at Tottenham, because where else? Where's up? If you become the best team in Europe at Tottenham, which he will do, I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious about this. Not only are we going to win the Premier League, we are going to win the Champions League after we win the Premier League. If you do that at Tottenham, then you're the best. Where is there to go? You might as well just then you're in the then your challenge is to renew the team. You know, something that Sir Alex Ferguson had a great knack of. You know, rebuilding the team every few years. Maybe it's time for Ange to set that as his new challenge. Come on, Ange, you can do it, man. A balanced team. Yeah, I like that word, man. It is a beautifully balanced team, isn't it? It really is. It's, you know, I used to, do sports car racing and stuff like that, and you talk about car balance. And we've got a balanced team. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Well, when I say sports car racing, I don't mean real sports car. I mean VR, you know. But I was a champion, so you know. And if anyone thinks that is nothing, I could kick anyone's ass in a real circuit in any car who hasn't practiced race driving. Someone who's a race driver, no. But anyone who hasn't done it, who just thinks they're a good driver, I would eat you up. And also a professional Uber driver for 3 years. So that helps. But where did I get on to that? Tragic that Kane. Balance. Yeah, balanced. See, I went off onto cars, man. They were supplying from all over the pitch, and he is the striker we need. Flip Daniel Denial Levy. Very clever. I see what you've done there. You know, I don't care at the moment about all that because I just care about football, man. But I get where you're coming from. Our owners are idiots, but so far so good. Chris, Meta Football TV, Davey 6 and Lo Celso 4. Yeah, well, maybe I've been a bit optimistic on Lo Celso, benefit of the doubt and all that. And finally, Queen Ellie comes in at the tail end of the chat and says, Perisic 5. Oh, interesting. Oh, man. Your scale is a hard one, but you know you've got high standards, I can tell. Queen Ellie, of course, a former professional footballer for Tottenham Hotspur, ladies. So there you go. So, you know, I've got a, what do I know? Højbjerg 7.5. Oh, you've been, okay, I thought you'd be marking him up a bit higher than that, but 7.5. Okay, you're fair. Davies 4. Wow, Lo Celso 1. Skip 3. Oh my lord. Oh well, if this is the feeling, then when I upload my player ratings as a separate video, I'm going to get loads of twatty typers, aren't I? It's like, just chill out, man. It's just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun. Well, you know, I'm buzzing. I'm looking forward to the next game, which is Fulham, and I think it's a horrible time of day here. But that's what you got to do. Let's have a look. What time is the kickoff here in Sydney? Oh, 4:45 a.m. 4:45 a.m. Wednesday. Fulham play Tottenham, which means I'm going to have to start doing the build-ups at 1 a.m. So basically, I'm not going to. I might have a sleep in the afternoon, then maybe do it. But yeah, come 7 a.m. I'm just going to be exhausted and I'll probably sleep for a day, which is all right, you know. That'll do. All right, folks. Well, you know what? Thanks for joining me on the stream. Thanks for filling me out with a bit of chat goodness. Well, it seems to have stopped half an hour ago. Am I still streaming? Have I buggered this up somehow? Oh no, there's more coming in. What? Hang on. Oh, there's loads. Oh, hang on. There's loads in. What? Oh no, my chat thing stopped. There's loads of chat. Oh, sorry. Okay, no. All right, scrap that. We keep going. I've got to find where we go. Oh no, all the chats. Oh, it's all. Sorry, I'm using this convoluted thing, but all the chat has now come over to this thing. I thought I'd run out of chat, but all right, no. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to get some finest Aldi cordial, and we'll settle down for round 2. Don't go away. Super chats and memberships are available if you want. That's all cool. All right. There we go. Oh, there's loads of chats. It took a while to catch up there. How many people we got watching here at the moment then? We've got a few, have we? Oh, 34. Oh, yeah, that's all right. That'll do. All right then. I'll have a little sip. E numbers and sugar and colouring. Reminds me of childhood. Ellie, your logic is brilliant. Paul, we're going to win the league. That's it. Don't be conservative. Yuck. Paul, keep your dream alive. There's no point, you know. Ange is going for the treble. Make no mistake. I mean, probably every manager is going for the treble, let's face it. But Ange is going for the treble. So the least I can do is go for the treble with him. Joe, great stuff, hippie, man. Such positive vibes. Come on, Spurs. Thanks, man. That's what, you know, that's what this channel's about, you know. Because it's fun, isn't it? It's fun. Look, if we lose 5 games in a row, you know, maybe I'm not so fun, but, you know, it's all shits and giggles, man. Thanks, Joe. Ellie is persuading people to do that. That's cool. 3-legged dog. Hi, hippie. As an Aussie new to soccer, Ange follower. Okay, now hooked on Hotspurs. Nice one, man. Can you give some info on the under-21s team? And are they also playing Ange-style football? What limited knowledge I can give you, and I'll point you in the right direction for someone who knows a lot more than me. Yeah, they're all training in a similar style. Our under-21s have got some good players like... I'm hearing really good things about Dorrington, who's a centre-half. Even younger than that, we've got a star player called Mikey Moore coming through. But I'm not a real close follower on that. But Irish Hotspur does talk about that quite a lot. So if you go over to Irish Hotspur channel, he does videos on our youth teams much more than I do. He knows much more about it. Here we go, Welsh Gal. Support Ange for world president, world leader. Yeah, that's it. I'm telling you, when the aliens come down, who do you want? Do you want Macron or Trudeau, or do you want Ange Postecoglou? That's what you want. All the others, it doesn't matter who any other clowns are. I'm not talking politics here. It's any of them. We'll get blown up. But Ange, be part of the new galactic peace. Wonderful. Welsh Scout, support for Ange for world president, world leader. I'm going to start a war? What? Big Ange? I don't think so, mate. That's right. No, I don't think so, mate. And that's it. Brilliant. End the story. Caption Grandma, let's all get aboard the Postecoglou choo-choo, you know, and I don't like blow my own trumpet, but I think I was the first person to say Postecoglou choo-choo and draw the things with trains, even before Ange said it in a press conference, and now everyone's saying it. Maybe it's just parallel thinking, but I'm, you know, quite chuffed with that one. Not that I get everything right. I said we beat Bournemouth 4-0, so, you know, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. We've got a grin because we're going to win. Oh, to the chat. Let's all get aboard the Postecoglou choo-choo. We've got a grin because we're going to win. Yeah, I love it, man. Catch your grandma and Welsh Girl members of the Hotspur hippie commune. Nick Brown, shepherd's pie is with minced lamb and cottage pie is with beef mince. Oh. Well, anything's better than what I first thought of when I saw that Fulham's nickname was the Cottagers, so I'll take any of them. Audio artisan, the second half fumble. Not that there's anything wrong with that, you know, it's just the way I blow, you know. The way yeah, whatever. Oh no. Audio artisan, that second half fumble from Richie. It was heartbreaking, man. He would have got a red if he wasn't subbed. Yeah, he'd gone, hadn't he? His head was gone. Yeah, I mean, it's crap, eh? When things don't go right, they really don't go right. So let's just hope he gets sorted out. And if Ange is backing him and gives him time, we've got to give him time. And I thought, you know, I heard the fans singing his name a lot. So it's not like there's any real animosity. I mean, maybe after the game. You know, actually, you know what? In credit to Ben and Sim, We Are Tottenham TV. I saw Ben doing he did a video. He went to the game, and Sim was in the studio. And both when Richarlison came up at first, they kind of said, "Look, you know, we just won. What's, you know, because why focus on the negatives after a performance like that?" And I'm kind of inclined to agree with them, and I thought that was really good what they did there, just to, you know, keep the feeling up instead of the first thing saying, Richarlison's crap or whatever, which I'm sure some people were doing. Derek Smith, g'day man. Watching Tottenham this season makes me feel the same way I do as listening to Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Oh, now you're talking. I've got that on this weird format called SACD. It's one of those formats that came and kind of went. But it's perfect sound, and if anyone's got an SACD player, Shine On You Crazy Diamond is magnificent. I've had many a happy night listening to that on Wish You Were Here. William Vorstelman, g'day man, I think it's a new name as well. Hello there. This is just the beginning. Spurs are on the move. That's right, man. They are certainly on the move. That way. Richie B, yes, Paul, all aboard the Ange train. Don't forget the Ange train. Here we go. Where is it? I've got to do a hotkey for this. That's it. Destination glory, man. Destination glory. Richie will come good. He needs a couple of goals. Let's be fair, Harry Kane is tough to... you can't replace Harry Kane, especially the dependence we had on him. Do you really want to be that dependent on one player again? You know, maybe it wasn't a good thing. Maybe, you know, I didn't want him to go, but I don't know. It is tough to replace him. Maybe that's part of the pressure he's feeling as well. Let's all hope he comes. Oh, what's this? We're all Neil Lennon. How. I know you must be a Celtic fan here. So jealous you lot of Ange. We miss him at Celtic. You know what? I do feel for you, man. I do feel for you. I was watching a lot of Celtic over the last couple of years because I've been following Ange for a while. And, you know, I can imagine that, you know, I hope you're past your mourning. I really do, because I understand it was a great atmosphere. You had a lot of success. You were playing beautiful football, wonderful atmosphere, and then that's gone, and you've got Brendan Rodgers now, and you're already out of the League Cup. So I do feel for you, man. But I've wanted Ange, and I've wanted Ange for ages to come to Spurs. I really did, because I know how he plays football. But you know, the tipping point was seeing how you guys were so happy at Celtic, the atmosphere, and we were going through some shit times at Tottenham. And I was just thinking, we just need some of that at Tottenham right now. We really need it, and now we've got it. But you know, onwards and upwards. Celtic is one of my second teams, man. So. You know, whether Brendan Rodgers comes good or not, I don't know. But, you know, we're shite now, yeah. And, you know, the silver lining, if we hadn't have got Ange from Celtic and he'd have stayed at Celtic, I think you would have had a pretty good crack in the Champions League this year. I think you were so good. Like what I was hearing from a lot of Spurs fans was, Celtic weren't good in the Champions League. And obviously they didn't watch the games, because I watched all the Champions League games for Celtic, and I was much more entertained by Celtic's performances than Tottenham's. We were so hard on the eye. And Celtic were, I mean, you can't say unlucky, but they were, you know, it's fine margins, and they really did you guys proud. So, you know, onwards and upwards, the Celtic's bigger than one man, maybe, you know. Haskenhoff, how'd you get that backdrop, mate? Well, I'm using streaming software called OBS Studio. The background is a piece of software I use called GeForce, which is usually I use it for music visualizations, you know, because sometimes I've been known to, you know, put some music on, put that on. I've got some disco lights as well, just have a little party by myself, maybe have a little musical cigarette, who knows. So it's called GeForce, but there's a few visualizers out there, Milk Drop, Project Dem, and what I've done is I've done a multiply blend with a picture of White Hart Lane behind it. There you go. Little peek behind the curtain for nerds. Welsh Gal. Somehow that that's come up in a different colour. Is there any significance by that? Well, why is that up in a different colour? Do I need to... Means have you done something? Oh, here we go. Welsh Gal. Has been a member for 1 month. Oh, wow. I don't think it... Oh, so that's why your little star has changed colour. Now I get it. So I don't know how this shit works, man. Oh, okay. So when you change it, when you long you are, you get different colours. Well, that's worth joining the Hotspur hippie commune to get a different colour. I mean, you get nothing else, man. You know, I'm not one of these channels that say you get this, this, and this. It's just, you know, if I'm entertaining and you passes your time and you feel like, you know, helping me earn a living out of this, then that's cool. But you don't have to, man. You know, got other things to spend your money on. You know, that's fair enough. But, Welsh Girl, big up, Paul. Love this channel. Peace and love, man. Well, thanks for being around for a month. Thanks for not cancelling after 1 month. That's all right. I do. Look, and there's no obligation. If people come and go with their memberships, I'm not fussed about that either. But thanks for the support, Alison. Here's to you. Cheers. Aldi Primo Cordial. I'll tell you what, it does have the same kick as like drinking really bad vodka and orange, Aldi Cordial, but somehow, I don't know, it tickles some dopamine receptors in my brain, all this artificialness. It's energising. William Vorsterman, bad luck, Harry. You could miss something big, he will, man. Guaranteed he's going to miss at least one trophy this year. Ellie says, Van der Ven was awesome. Football intelligence, and as a defender anticipates danger superbly and snuffs it out. Love him. He reminds me of Vertonghen on speed, Paul. Yeah. I was getting Vertonghen vibes as well, man. I thought he was absolutely superb. He was getting to the ball when he needed to, not being rash. Well, I don't mind a little, not rash. I like a little bit of aggression, you know. I don't want players coming into our box without a little bit of a touch up, you know, a little bit of a touch up. In fact, something I think did I not mention it in the player ratings about Ivan Perisic, where he kind of grabbed the player and yanked him and armbarred him in the face, and I thought that was a red card for sure. Well done, VAR. Well, it must have been a referee's mate in VAR again. We seem to be lucking out with that, so that's good. But Vertonghen, but somehow stronger, man, and he's got youth on his side. So, but yeah, football intelligence. That's what it comes down to, man. It's not all just about skill and stuff. It's about knowing how to apply what you can do in the arena of battle and anticipate it. Yes, Arian. Bet you get up to all kinds of chicanery driving Uber, Paul. I don't actually, man. I mean, you know, I'm sure there's drivers that go around, oh yeah, I shagged this bird last. No, I wouldn't even do that anyway, man. No, but I do like driving around, and I do like driving. Like as a job, it's all right. You know, the money's not great, but I like driving, so I can work long hours doing it. I'm looking forward to getting my license back in 10 days. 10 days. I'm nearly there. 10 days. And then I can do some videos out and about different parts of Sydney when I've got Tottenham thoughts on my mind. So, yeah, it's all right, you know. I'd rather be doing Uber than sat in an office cubicle like I did for like 30 years. Stinging Nettle. Start Villies instead of Richie against Fulham. Oh, that's a big call, man. That's a big call. I want to win the game against Fulham, man. I want to win. So I'm not sure. But, you know, yeah, you might be right. I don't know. Timeless Flying Monkeys. Great stream. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Nice. Thank you for the kind words. Paul G, another member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune. G'day, young Squire. Oh, too kind. We look brilliant, don't we? Yeah. Yes. Early days, but we have our Tottenham back. The fans were singing that. So good to see. Joe, our under 18s beat Woolwich yesterday. Yes, come on, we beat the Gooners, man. God, that's it. That gives them the taste for, you know, for that kind of. I don't know if Arsenal probably don't have blood in their veins. It's more like congealed bile. So, but it gives them a taste of victory anyway. Hit the bar. The backdrop is sending me on a trip. As I said, man, it's the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. You know, that's what you're going to get here. Sometimes I don't have it if I think my PC's struggling a little bit. And we've got a couple more comments here. Oh, Paul G did the membership. Oh, Paul G's got the funny colour as well. Oh, I think, geez, I don't know if I'm getting colourblind here. Sorry, Paul. But Paul G's been a member over a month as well. Thanks, man. I'm proud to have been a member for over a month. It's brilliant content, and you foresaw the style Ange was going to bring. No European. Sorry, I can't bring this up for some reason. The other thing ain't. Is it? Oh no, I can now. I clicked the wrong thing. Technology, man. No wonder I bloody stopped working in IT. I fucking hate it. I'm proud to have been a member for over a month. It's brilliant content, and you foresaw the Ange style was going to bring. No European football is such a plus for our first season under Ange. I think you could be right, actually. That would have been, you know, it's given us time to bed in. You know, I wanted European football this year. I want to be in every competition there is on the planet, but I think you're right. Just ease his way into it. Because, you know, it gives us more chance of winning the Premier League and the treble. Chicanery, yeah, no, you know, I pride myself in my driving, but you know, it's nice to have fun with it, you know, if you know what I mean. Hessian Grandma, you know you're supposed to add water to the cordial. Yeah, look, no, I'll tell you what. Well, Aldi cordial, bang for your buck. It must be super concentrated because I just put like that much in, and you know, I can feel that. I can feel that supercharged adrenaline rush hit me like a bull. All right, now I think I have caught up with the chat. Okie dokie. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to try and. Just try and get rid of that and that. Oh, we got one more. We got one more from Ellie. Ellie, Her Highness, has warmed a bit. I was a bit harsh on Richie. I'll give him a 4 just for controlling the ball. Well in the first half and got sort of a shot off, but his footwork wasn't good. I think he's got better times ahead. Yeah, well, let's hope so, Ellie. Alrighty. So what I'll do is I'll just take that off there. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me in this. I've had fun doing this. Thanks for keeping me going with some good chats and comments. And you know, thanks to people that have been commenting on the videos. It's a particular thing I have where I don't really reply to comments on the videos. There's reasons for it, but I do read them all and I do get quite fun out of them. Some of them are hilarious, some of them make me think, but I do read them all. You're just not going to get a response. I'd be there all bloody day. So, but I do read them, and it's nice to see it when you start discussing things with each other. It's all cool. So, you know, thanks for your support by either just lying on a couch and watching it and just chilling out for a couple of hours. Nice one, man. I hope you're having a great time. Thanks to people who have clicked like and subscribe. Fantastic. People who've commented, wonderful. Members, wonderful as always. And I will leave you there. And as always, I will leave you with peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs.